Hello, and welcome to Not Boring English. Today's story is called My First Time at the Airport, and it's perfect for English learners at A1, A2 level. You will hear about my exciting and a little scary first experience in an airport. While you listen, try the shadowing technique. Repeat what I say just after I say it. This will help your speaking fluency, pronunciation, and size confidence. If anything feels too fast or difficult, you can pause the video or slow it down in your playback settings. My first time at the airport. I still remember the day I went to the airport for the first time. I had never been on a plane before, and I was both excited and nervous. I was going to visit my cousin in another country. The flight would take 3 hours, but for me, it felt like the start of a big adventure. I woke up very early that morning. The sky was still dark. I checked my suitcase one more time to make sure I had everything. My clothes, my shoes, my small bag of toiletries, and, of course, my passport. My mother came into my room and smiled. "Are you ready?" she asked. I nodded, but my heart was beating fast. We drove to the airport, and when I saw the building, I couldn't believe how big it was. There were so many lights and signs. People were walking quickly in every direction, pulling their luggage behind them. Some were saying goodbye to family. Others were running to their gates. It felt like a small city inside. We entered the departure hall. The first thing I had to do was check in. I found my airline counter and waited in line. When it was my turn, the woman behind the desk asked for my passport and ticket. She smiled and typed something into her computer. Then she gave me my boarding pass and pointed to a sign. Gate 12. Boarding starts at 8:30, she said. I thanked her and walked away, holding the boarding pass like it was the most important paper in the world. Next, I had to go through security. I saw people taking off their jackets, belts, and shoes. Some put their laptops in trays. When it was my turn, I did the same. My bag went through the scanner, and I walked through the metal detector. It made a small beep, and the security guard asked me to step aside. My heart jumped, but he just checked my pockets and smiled. All good, he said. After security, I had some time before boarding. I walked around and looked at the shops. There were bookstores, coffee shops, and even a small souvenir store. I bought a bottle of water and a sandwich. I also called my mother to tell her everything was fine. She told me to relax and enjoy the trip. When I finally went to my gate, I saw the big window where planes were parked. I had never been so close to an airplane before. It was much bigger than I imagined. People were sitting in the waiting area, reading or looking at their phones. I sat down and ate my sandwich, feeling the mix of excitement and nervousness in my stomach. Soon, an announcement came over the speaker. Flight 324 to Paris is now boarding at Gate 12. My hands felt a little sweaty as I stood up. I showed my boarding pass to the agent, walked through the tunnel, and entered the plane. The inside smelled fresh and clean. A flight attendant smiled and said, "Welcome aboard." I found my seat by the window and put my bag in the overhead bin. As the plane started to move, I looked outside. The runway lights were glowing. The engines became louder. And then we were in the air. My ears felt a little strange from the pressure, but the view was amazing. The city became small, and the clouds looked like soft, white blankets. During the flight, I listened to music, read a magazine, and looked out the window. A flight attendant gave us drinks and small snacks. I chose apple juice. I thought about my cousin and the fun things we would do together. I also felt proud. I was traveling alone for the first time. After 3 hours, we landed. The captain's voice came through the speakers. "Welcome to Paris." People clapped softly. I smiled. My first time at the airport, my first time on a plane, and my first trip to another country had gone well. When I walked out of the plane, I knew something had changed. I was not just the same girl who left home that morning. I had learned something important. New experiences can be scary, but they can also be exciting and beautiful. Comprehension questions. Now, I will ask you a few questions about the story to check your understanding. 1. Where was the narrator traveling to? 2. What did the narrator buy after going through security? 3. How did the narrator feel during the flight? Write your answers in the comments to practice your English writing. Thank you for listening to today's story on Not Boring English. Have you ever been to an airport? Was it exciting or stressful for you? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to read your stories. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun and useful English lessons every week.